Hey everybody, I'm Monty.
It's your boy Ronaldus in the building.
And episode 9 of House of the Dragon, the Green Council. We seen it. All right, here's the
Seen it.
yes, we did. Basically, ding dong, the king is dead. And here comes the chess moves now. And so there is basically a council that is already trying to put Aegon, Allie's Aegon in place. And she's talking about it. And she's like, oh, y'all was already plotting this. They're like, yes. And it's basically going to usurp what the king probably did want, but Allison's going off what she thought she heard. But they're like, we was going to do this whether you thought you heard something or not. And so then, of course, with that set in motion, question is, what are we going to do about Rhaenyra? And they're, Otto's already like, you know what you got to do. And she's like, we're not going to do that. But also at the same time, where is Aegon? They can't find him. He didn't run off somewhere. This boy trying his best not to be on the throne. Otto sends some people out to look for him. Allie sends some people out to look for him. They both trying to find him. The belief was if Otto finds him first, he can influence him to kill Rhaenyra. If Allie finds him first, she can get him back, influence him to spare her life. The twins go out to get him, blah, blah, blah. Also, those two twin guys, when they find him, they bring him back. You know, his brother brings him back. He don't really want it. One of the twins kind of breaks from the green faction, if you will. And this whole time, Rhaenys has been in the castle, and she's kind of locked in there now. Once the king dies, he frees her. She kind of breaks free, and then at the coronation, she rises up with her dragon and kind of, well, ain't no threat because she killed about. So people didn't kill.
She killed a whole bunch of folks.
A bunch of folks, but she didn't kill. She didn't kill the king and his mother, and she kind of flies off. And we see that there will be some things to reckon with in this last episode. Ronaldus, what did you think about episode 9?
I'm kind of blasé about it. It wasn't one of my better episodes, but I see the setup. The Hightowers have definitely played their hand. They played their cards, and now the ball is in Rhaenyra and Daemon's hand. We knew it was coming. We saw in the previous episode that the king had to dream. Allison misinterpreted. We knew all along that she was trying to find some way to get her Aegon on the throne anyway. Aegon, man, people need to start watching these folks that supposed to be king, but they somewhere high and shaking like Don Knox somewhere. I remember a king in the Bible, King Saul, did the same thing, and we see what type of king he turned out to be.
That's a good
Somewhere
point.
high, they're shaking. So if they doing that, man, they already telling you, please don't put me on this throne.
he ain't about it. He ain't about it. Yeah. Okay. I really agree with you. Okay, not every episode can just be hard hitting. This is obviously setting the scene. I heard somebody made a great point. They're like, honestly, this is when basically the series begins right now. Like, this is where, okay, now stuff's been done. Ain't no going back from here. We really are. This is kind of where we jump off for the rest of how long this goes. A lot of feeling. This is what really got on my nerves, though. And maybe they'll do it next week. Could no one just bring up the fact, hey man, it's two Aegons, which you sure you got the right one? Like nobody even no. Like I need somebody to acknowledge she's saying that the king said Aegon. Okay, but there's two prominent Aegons in this house, in this whole big family. I just need somebody to acknowledge that. But nevertheless, so let's go from the beginning then. The council's together, and Allison comes in, and so we already see boy Otto's doing what he's doing. Okay, he's not
doing what he's doing.
Yeah,
and he's showing who has the real power.
Yes.
For the first time, him and the daughter is kind of split. For the first time, and he showed that where his true power is, and she showed that, hey, I'm still queen and I'm going a different route. I'm not just gonna just be daughter and listen to everything you're telling me to do.
And let's talk. Otto, man, is to the point. Like, the guy's name was Lord Beesbury, who pointed out, like, hey, man, y'all, this is treason what y'all doing. And at the end of it, Lord Beezy, basically, I don't know, he took a something to the skull, and they were
Yeah,
like,
Lord Christian slammed his
Christian,
head down on the table.
Christian just, I mean, boy, I guess law is really light around here because this is just manslaughter charges all
He
day.
is the law. he
But
is the law.
he is the law, right? But the crazy thing is, they're like, okay, well, let's break to get him out. And Otto was like, we ain't leaving until we finish this. And I'm like, oh boy, okay,
Yeah.
he's really,
He's like, this is everything. This is all my plotting, all my scheming. It has all boiled down to this moment. Like
yeah,
we about to get this right.
he's like, and he's like, if somebody leave out of here and be done said something before I can control what's going on, we ain't doing that. And you make a good point. This truly is kind of a split with Allison and Otto. You know, Otto's playing the game as dirty and as hard as he can play it. As much as she's in it, Allison is still not ready to fully give a green light for killing.
That's what I've been trying to tell you from the get go. That she ain't when it come down to it, she not gonna make that crucial, the
She
crucial
gonna
thing.
right.
Like she still has an heart. And when you at this Game of Thrones, you got to be heartless. Her daddy's heartless. Everybody's heartless.
Yeah,
But
because she's still on this self-righteous thing as if she's above this, and it's like, honey, you in this, you are not above it, but she still feels she is. So that's why, Otto sends his goons out, and Allison sends hers, and she's like, if you guys get them, I can still maybe convince Aegon not to kill Rick. And I'm like, we know, we've seen this show for a long time. When you try to play it like that, you're usually going to lose.
And that goes back to why in the last episode I pointed to the strategic moves that Rhaenyra was making. Rhaenyra keeps pulling on her heartstrings. She keeps doing things like, let me make a toast to her. Let me try to make amends with her. Previous episode, she tried to make a truce with her in front of everybody. She's like, let's be family. We at the end of the day, we all family. Let's just unite our families. So she keeps doing that so that she knows at the end of the day, she ain't got it in her to do that, the ruthless thing.
In this, when you don't truly own up to who you are, you're gonna lose. Like, you have to, like, you remember back in Game of Thrones toward the end, and Jaime Lannister was with Brienne.
Brienne, yes.
Then he found out what was going on at King's Landing, and he was gonna go back to Cersei. And Brienne was like, "You don't gotta go. Like, stay. Just don't." And he's like, "Man, you don't know who I am. Like, I can't be this guy. I am Jaime Lannister. All right. I've pushed the boy out of a window. I've done some dirt. That is me. Like,
I will always choose Cersei.
I will always.
That's
And you gotta own who you are in this game. And Allison is still struggling with trying to play this role. And we see further, Allison. Okay, so there's two things. Otto is the maid in waiting, who I still could maybe be Melisandre, Mysaria. She's basically, and I missed this until I went back, she's kind of already doing a lot of signaling with Otto. When the king died, she did a thing and all of that stuff. That's his little bird. But Allison still has got Larys, who came, here he come back, and they got a weird thing going on there, where now we see what he's in it for.
Yeah.
This weird relationship with Allison, which to me is further showing us who she really is. Like, I don't know why you think he's so holier than now. I mean, now we see why he's doing all this junk.
Yeah, you're over there showing folks feet and stuff. Right, come on now.
you doing, I mean, come on, you doing the pay-per-view, like, what's going on? And now and it's like, you ain't no better. But you still think he is.
Yeah, she's doing dirt, but then she's drawing the line in murder. That's
Right.
like her ultimate. I don't want to do that. Like, but you ran up on her with the knife at one point. Where you? What was you gonna do then?
And what did Rainier say to her then? Now everybody see you for who you really are.
Yeah.
You've been fronting this whole time, but she still wants to be on the front. So now let's talk about not so much what we see of Aegon now, but if this goes on, what we think of Aegon further, because you talked about it earlier. These guys that be fighting it, and Aegon is definitely fighting it. He's talking about he'll lead the country, let his brother take it and stuff. His brother kind of like, I should be taking it, really.
Yeah.
But I thought the actor did a really good job of fighting it. But when you see him walk in, and he finally is like,
He embraced him when he seen
okay,
all them people.
he was like, this could be all right. Which to me, I'm not saying Joffrey level yet, because he's just more of a screw up than he is a
Yeah.
calculating. But
Yeah.
I don't see good things for Aegon. What do you think?
He could definitely gonna be a dirty king. He let me see. He embraced it. He threw the sword up. He got the crowd riled up. But quickly after he became king, it got real. It got so real. He was probably standing there like, I like this, Lord. That's this way I just became king. See, I knew I should have did. I knew I should have became king.
I told y'all I ain't woke this. First day on the job, man. I got a dragon right in my face.
Right in your face.
Yeah.
All that dragon breath.
See,
I never really put I've heard the term dragon breath for all these years, and I never put it together till I seen that scene. Now I know it. I
there
know
you
what
go.
dragon breath is.
Yeah, it's real. It's real, real. And I feel like he's what Otto wants. It was kind of like, back when you remember once Joffrey died and Tommen came in, and then the father Lannister, you know what I mean? Oh, he felt great because it's that puppet thing, and
Mm-hmm.
Aegon will definitely have to be led, and Otto's definitely the one to want to do that. So it's kind of perfect. Um, Aemon has got that. Aemon's got more of that killer instinct. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
They might have
yeah,
been groomed more, and he's put in more of the
he put in
work.
the work.
He's like, man, I done studied the law.
He put in the work.
I done studied the history. I done trained. Like he's really.
It's going to be interesting to see how long even that stays as it is, because he's not. I don't. Guys like that don't wait very long if stuff don't be going their way. So it's not like Daemon. Like I said, Daemon seems to want to always antagonize whoever on throne. But in this situation, like Aemon is really like, I'm gonna bide my time, but man, I'm ready to go. So now we go to Rhaenys, who I'm pretty sure, like episode 3, episode 4, at some point I thought I said she gonna make a move about something, because fam, she ain't forgot that she got passed up from the jump. She's like, all right, Corlys. She's like, even Corlys though, in his, in his ambition, she's like, you kind of missing what this is about. She's like, I'm trying to just move past this. Y'all keep trying to put me in this. So she basically pulls a Wonder Woman on everybody, to where she was getting caught up in the crowd and all of that. And then she emerges with her dragon. There's the name of the dragon. Meleys, the Red Queen, pops up. Did you think for a minute? Because when she came through, I thought for a minute, like, I thought she was gonna really
I
burn him
thought
up.
she was gonna do it. I thought she
Okay.
was gonna do it. When she dipped off, I thought she was escaping. I didn't know she was gonna bust back up in
Right.
there with the drag. But when she bust back up in there, I thought she was about to burn them up.
See, and Ronaldus, we gotta start keeping a tally, because again, there are a few other people that would have burned them up. Okay. She again, for whatever reason, Allison steps in front, of Aegon and all that, but she ain't really want to pull the trigger. And, she might just not be about all of that. Maybe
Yeah, she's choosing Rhaenyra over them.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if it's based on blood or she does is more. Um, I don't want to say if she does like her more because this ain't about like or not like, but I think she's backing Rhaenyra more, but she's still in the middle because Alicent Hightower missed her moment.
Hmm.
She straight told her to her face, "Aren't you tired of everything you've done? You've done for other men. You've done it for your father. You did it for your husband. Now your son. All you doing is making a window for your prison.
Hmm.
Don't you? You ain't never thought about wanting the throne for yourself." She was at that moment ready to put Alicent Hightower on
That's
the
right.
throne.
That's a good
And
point.
if she would have chose wisely and said, so what do you propose? It
Yeah,
could have went down.
that's a good point. She sure did, and you know, I that's probably going to be something I think come next season that she's going to look back on like maybe I should have Allison might have should have took that position. So
And
it's very
before,
interesting in
let me
this
say
episode.
this real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
What it is why she back Rhaenyra because she feels like, okay, if I ultimately cannot be on the throne, least I'm gonna put my niece there.
Mhm.
So it wasn't my time. The world wasn't ready for this woman queen at this time to be on the throne. But I can see it in my lifetime by putting Rhaenyra there.
Yeah, I mean, she's to me, if she's gonna make a decision, she's making a better decision
Yeah.
because I mean, as you gotta think about it, as far as Aegon is concerned, he don't care about Rhaenys. He don't know
Mm-mm.
what who is she to him. Like,
Yeah. Or her granddaughters.
yeah,
Yeah.
none of them. He's king now,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's got no relationship with them. Basically, he could care less. So she's making the better decision.
Mm-hmm.
I think, well, the best decision she could have burned everybody up, but she didn't. But she's not gonna do that. She's gonna
Yeah.
she's immediately going, so we know she's going now to tell Rhaenyra
She's going there.
of
Yeah.
course. And then we're gonna see next week. I don't expect a battle per se because it's the last episode. I mean, it's probably sides gonna be drawn. Somebody might go. I don't know if because some people have been speculating. Are we gonna see the war? I was like, it's so we've been through so much toward the end of this. I would think they would hold war off to next season, or at least the full war. There might be a start of it or something like that. But
You're
I
gonna see some dragon play though. You about
yeah,
to
definitely could see that. And I mean, I think though, I'm put it like this: if I had to make a prediction after coming out of next week's episode, I really feel like this. Aemon, Aemon is going to somehow position himself as a major player, and even if Aegon is still on the throne, it's gonna almost be like it's running more through me, even more through Otto. And on Rhaenyra's side, I feel like excuse me, she's gonna be okay. This is the ultimate betrayal. It's total war against Allison now. It's the blacks versus the greens, whatever. You know what
mm-hmm.
I'm saying? There's no going back from this. And this is because this is her birthright. Like it was interesting how we didn't see them in all this episode. So I can't wait to see her reaction, first of all. Like, oh really? Oh y'all getting down like that? And I think she just might go into a rage. I mean, we might see some real dragon play. What do you think?
It's definitely going down. Her and Damon, they're gonna be in an uproar.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
It's time. It's theirs now, and I don't think they have no fear of Allison and Otto at all. Like so, yeah, it's definitely coming to Dragon play. But I do want to say this before we end this episode. The most surprising thing, maybe not surprising, but the king just died this whole episode. Nobody mourned him not one bit. Like, bruh, that's how weak of a king you is. Nobody. I'm talking about nobody in the castle. Nobody. None of the townspeople. Nobody. They quick.
What?
They went straight from you're dead to let's have this ceremony for him to become king.
Wait, that was a great moment too. Like the king is dead, and Aegon is ruling. And Muggs is like, all right, oh, okay. I'm like, man, ain't no outrage. Ain't nobody gonna say like, and I mean, but it kind of shows you how much separation it is. We're dealing with these people who are highborn and all that. And it just shows you how little they care about the people they're actually ruling over. People are so in the dark. They have no idea the machinations truly going on. So they just, y'all gonna take this and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? The king is probably such a far away person for them anyway. They're like, I guess, what we supposed to do, revolt, and who we gonna put on. But ain't nobody to put on. They don't know what's going on. But yeah, I noticed that too. I'm like, man, they just made an announcement. We all good. I'm like, okay. I see how y'all getting down. But I just can't. We used to it because it happened this episode. But before he said that on the deathbed and it got mixed up, the last Joker we would have thought to be king is Aegon, because he's a total screw up. He don't even want it. I just feel like this could be it is going to be a disaster. I don't know how, but it's going to be a total disaster because he ain't built for this. And like you said, these Jokers ain't built for it. Don't end well.
No way, no how is he built for it. The
No.
things that he's been involved with, the places he's gone, and yeah. But I definitely want to see more of who this White Worm is.
Yeah.
She got some real power behind this. She got the people.
She does. She's in the streets. She's got the voice of the people. That's what I mean. They're setting us up for a good long series.
She let Otto Hightower know that y'all can be touched at any time. Just like I had the prince that's about to become king head off somewhere. I can get any of y'all. And she got people. The people that work for them all work for her. So really, she got people everywhere.
It gave me some of them High Sparrow vibes back from Game of Thrones, where the religious people, the High Sparrow actually has he's like, I got goons too, like, they had that whole story arc. So we gonna see with that too.
Who was her man?
For
in previous episodes, who was she about to marry? Who? She was about to. That was the one that Damon took with him when he went to the castle.
You doggone right. That's right. I forgot about, man. we get tangled up. Man. Well, listen, y'all, we got one more to go, and going to be very interesting to see what happens here. They're setting it up. Who knows? Yeah. Once Ray find out, Big D, the whole clan. I mean, we got a whole set of folks. Yeah,
they about to be Warren G and Nate Dogg. Regulate. Mount up.
And all right, and on that note, we will end. This is the We Seen It crew, Mighty Sharp Network, my man Ronaldus. We will see you guys next week. You know what to do. Be blessed. Stay sharp.